I almost got rid of it when Biden came out.
I almost got rid of it.
I love it.
That flag was green, white, red. It wasn't black. Yeah, well, like.
Excuse me? Hey, picture. Awesome, thank you. Thank you.
Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Occupation is the heart!
I want to make sure I know exactly.
Show me what democracy looks like.
I'm going to ask you later.
Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
Sorry to jump on you there, though. It is a...
Hey, hey, ho, ho. Hey, hey, ho, ho.
Sorry.
Hey, ho, ho, ICE has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho.
number?
0647. 86 get rid of. 47 Donald Trump.
86 is what?
86 means get rid of.
Oh, 80. Oh, okay, gotcha.
I'll send you.
Awesome. Sorry.
I think what I'm going to do is just like, here are boxes. Here are
Gigantic American flags in the country.
Sorry.
No, Freedom Plaza. They like near the
Welcome here.
What do we want? Statehood. What do we want? Now. What do we want? Statehood. What do we want? Now. If we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. Shut it down.
Like it's actually, I think it's the opposite. I think
I meant to go like that to your stomach and then
I think you go back and do it again. It's going like, hey, here's how I violated you. And then you get to it third time. I have to figure out how to do it.
Okay, I have a knife. Do you need a knife? Yeah.
Excuse me? Sorry.
I must pause and look at this community that we have. We are truly who keeps us safe. Thanks for the acknowledgement for the medic. Please, if you see anyone who may be dehydrated, please do your best to flag it for us, and we'll do that in kind. We have to take care of ourselves, so thank y'all so much for doing that. Thank you as well to Gabrielle. I would like to take a moment of silence just to recognize the ancestors on the land of which we stand. Thank y'all so very much. Thank y'all. Let's try to keep this energy as much as we can, y'all. I know. But if our fascists will have the energy to oppress us, right, we will keep the energy going to make sure that we do that shit right back.
That's right. That's right.
And now I get energized when I get to introduce this next person. All right. I'm so happy to welcome my sister to the stage, a woman who is DC, who dedicates her entire life to all of you, and to the liberation specifically of Black people and Black communities. Let's hear some noise for my friend and my comrade, Nene Taylor, Executive Director of Harriet's Wildest Dreams and the co-founder of FreeDC.
Dreams got us things that we go together, especially in these times.
Nunca estoy sola. Siempre las personas están conmigo.
Freedom loves me, this I know, because my ancestors made it so. Fight together, we are strong. With people power, you belong. Yes, freedom loves me. Yes, freedom loves me. Yes, freedom loves me, 'cause my ancestors made it so.
Freedom loves me. Freedom loves us. As they stated, my name is Nene Taylor. They want to bury us.
Ellos quieren enterrarnos.
Yet they keep forgetting that we are seeds of our ancestors.
Pero se les olvida que nosotros somos semillas de nuestros ancestros.
We are the roots and foundations of DC.
Nosotros somos la raíz de DC.
We built this city brick by brick, block by block, blood, sweat, and tears.
Construimos esta ciudad pie por pie, en todas blocas, con sudor y también con sangre.
From Minnetonka to Shaw,
de todos los rincones de esta ciudad.
From Bury Farms to U Street. It's our labor, our brothers, our black bodies that make Chocolate City.
That's right. Es nuestra labor, nuestros cuerpos que construyó nuestra ciudad negra.
From fish fries to chicken wings with mama sauce to the go-go swing.
Desde la comida, la cultura y hasta la música.
Without the DC culture, it doesn't mean a thing.
Si no tienen la cultura, DC no significa nada.
From the south to the east to the north to the west.
Desde el suroeste, del norte, del este.
We built this.
Nosotros construimos esta ciudad. Nosotros somos esto.
DC is not DC without us.
DC no es DC sin nosotros.
I need you to know who you are.
Necesito que recuerdes quién eres.
It's heartbreaking to witness the same black people who built DC.
Me duele el corazón ver las caras negras que construyeron esta misma ciudad
are once again under attack.
Que ahorita mismo están debajo de ataque.
Yet it's in our DNA from 400 years ago to fight back.
That's right. Pero existe nuestro DNA de más de 400 años atrás para luchar.
For 3 weeks, DC has been under a militarized occupation.
Por 3 semanas DC ha estado en ocupación militarizada.
Let's be clear.
Vamos a ser bien sinceros.
DC did not ask for this.
DC no preguntó por esto.
And this does not keep us safe.
Y esto no nos hace seguros.
Housing, jobs, health care keep us safe.
That's right.
Care, not cops.
That's right. Oportunidades como vivienda, medicamento, hospitales nos hacen sentir seguros, no la policía.
This so-called crime crisis manufactured by this orange man and this administration,
esta administración ha hecho cuentos de crímenes.
is nothing more than justification for sending armed troops and federal agents into our neighborhoods and spreading harmful lies about our people and our youth.
Shame. Esta narrativa, estas mentiras son tácticas para justificar el sufrimiento que quieren traer a nuestras comunidades.
Black people are being stopped, frisked, and kidnapped at alarming rates.
Nuestra gente negra está siendo raptada, está siendo acosada, está siendo brutalizada en unos números tan grandes.
Our youth are being forced to comply with a curfew. We know this curfew is not about safety. It's about mechanizing design with the hope that young people will break this law and get jailed and caged.
Sabemos que esta táctica para limitar las horas que estamos en la calle es una táctica para directamente atacar a nuestros jóvenes y cuando los jóvenes resistan, poder encarcelarlos.
DC is the most heavily policed city in the country.
En todo el país, DC es la ciudad que tiene masivamente la policía.
And 90% of the people that's in jail are black people.
Y el 90% de las personas que están en las cárceles son personas negras.
This not by coincidence.
Esto no es coincidencia.
This is policy.
Estas son políticas.
This is oppression in design.
Esta es opresión en diseño.
We know the carceral state has never kept us safe.
Nosotros sabemos que este país nunca nos ha mantenido seguros.
These systems was built to confine and oppress black bodies in service to capitalism and the white supremacy agenda.
That's right. Estos sistemas fueron hechos a propósitamente del llama capitalismo para oprimir a nuestra gente.
Their income.
Sí. Y en vez de levantarse en este momento y luchar con nosotros, algunos de nuestros electos han decidido negociar con esta administración.
This is betrayal, and we need leaders who will fight for and with the people of DC.
Necesitamos líderes que apoyen a la gente de DC.
Everyone outside of DC, don't y'all look back, don't look away. If you're not from DC, I don't need you to look away.
Si tú no eres de DC, necesito que te enfoques.
DC is the testing ground.
DC es un piloto.
And we need you to help them fail their tests. We need you to visit FreeDCProject.org and send letters to your...
Si ves esas armas, esos tanques en tu comunidad, sigue adelante.
If they shout and try to dehumanize you, don't you look back! You keep going!
Si ellos tratan de quitarte tu humanidad, continúa adelante.
Don't you let them take your self-worth, your dignity, or your joy!
Nunca dejes que te quiten tu espíritu y tu felicidad.
Don't you ever stop!
Nunca pares.
If you want to taste the freedom sky. You look to that sky
Miras al cielo
and don't you comply.
y nunca dejes de resistir.
You keep going.
Continúa a luchar.
You free this land.
Libera esta
You
tierra.
free our people.
Libera a nuestra
And you
gente.
free us all.
Libéranos
You
todos.
free DC.
You free DC.
You free DC.
You free DC.
You free DC.
Free DC.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Makai, and I am from one of the targeted neighborhoods located in Southeast DC.
Buenas tardes. Yo quiero compartir mi historia como una de las personas que está acosado en uno de los vecindarios aquí en DC.
These federal agents have been coming around my community, sending dozens of federal agents into low-income neighborhoods isn't doing anything but causing pure chaos, both inside and outside of the community.
That's right. Mandando agentes federales, lo único que está haciendo es causando terror adentro y afuera de nuestras comunidades.
It makes me feel as if they are treating us as if we are wild animals with their choice of tactics.
Con las tácticas que han utilizado, me hacen sentir como si nosotros somos animales.
These federal agents, masked up in unmarked cars with out-of-state license plates, literally blitzing these neighborhoods is just pure scary.
Estos agentes federales enmascarados en carros que no están marcados.
If they are trying to come into dangerous neighborhoods or quote-unquote violent neighborhoods, how is their approach appropriate in any way, shape, or form?
Si ellos dicen que están viniendo a comunidades peligrosas, ¿cómo están haciendo algo diferente usando estas tácticas de odio?
I have seen these agents pull up in cars marked with ride stickers such as Uber and Lyft and scope out my neighborhood before they blitz with artillery so heavy it can rip through houses.
He sido testigo de estos agentes sacar a personas de Ubers y de Lyfts y también de estar tan armados que pueden estallar tantas casas.
One day I was just getting home from work when I seen the DEA, ATF, FBI, and MPD come into my neighborhood.
Diferentes tácticas en las formas que están viniendo en todos lados de mi vecindario.
You would think that that's enough for them, but no, they also started jumping gates from the whole opposite side of the parking lot.
Pensarías que eso sería suficiente para ellos. Yo no creo que al tener agentes que ciegamente están viniendo a los vecindarios encontrando personas para tratar de ponerles cargas, realmente lo que están haciendo es haciendo crimen en nuestros vecindarios.
They come in these neighborhoods searching people, searching parked cars, and being highly aggressive. And they get with the same weapons that can tear through the whole neighborhood.
Vienen a nuestros vecindarios acosando a nuestra gente.
It's a really scary thing to see, and it makes me feel less protected by these small officers of the law. That's why it's always good to know constitutional rights in case you are put into an uncomfortable situation by these federal agents.
Es sumamente importante conocer tus derechos constitucionales si tú también estás en una situación con esos agentes federales.
Everything they're doing to both us and the community is not okay. They're not helping us. They're only causing more trouble into these communities that took generations to build this relationship, this bond between our people. It is not okay.
Todo lo que están haciendo en nuestras comunidades no es justo. Tantas generaciones trabajaron y se esforzaron tanto para tener relaciones y crear comunidad, y ellos están haciendo algo tan injusto para destrozarlo.
They think we are the aggressors, but when you look from their point of view, they're being aggressive into our communities, causing nothing but drama, more violence, and fear all throughout the neighborhood within our people.
Dice que nosotros somos los agresivos, pero todo el odio y todas las tácticas que están haciendo, ellos son las personas que están causando temor con esas tácticas de odio.
Thank you guys for listening. If y'all could just give me one good favor and pull out your phones, open Instagram and follow Guns Down Friday on Instagram. I repeat, Guns Down Friday USA on Instagram. Thank you.
Thank you all, and always listen to the youth.
much to Nini and to our incredible black youth who do this work in the district every single day. We are here because of them. We should be here because of them. This is not the first time DC has had to fight for our rights. To remind us of the context of this specific moment, please join me in welcoming Reverend Mark A. Thompson, historian and activist.
A round of applause for marching down here in the heat today. We want to congratulate the FreeDC project.
FreeDC. You know, my name is Sharon Pratt. I was born and reared in this city. And I actually thought, because I live in the capital of a we the people country, that I too was a citizen of the United States of America. But a few months ago, I found out that is not the case. I found out that there are those who have no respect for who we are in Washington, D.C., though we are the home of a we the people government. So how do we turn that around? I think we've got to remember how the heck we ever had a we the people government. Next year, we're going to celebrate on the 4th of July 250 years of this country. What are we celebrating? Are we celebrating the Constitution? No. Are we celebrating the inauguration of a president who happened to be the only one who's elected unanimously? No. We are celebrating the day that 56 individuals put their lives on the line and engaged in an act of treason against the Great Britain when they said, I'm not going to accept the abuse, the disrespect of a distant, insensitive king. I will put everything on the line and declare my independence. That is who we are. And we must remember that. Benjamin Franklin said we better hang together, because if we don't, we will certainly hang separately. The only way we will be free in D.C. is to continue this close ranks and demand that we are free. And it is well within our reach. So D.C., you're awake, you got it, you got the memo, how they see us. Let's close ranks and free D.C.
Let's hear it for the mayor, Sharon Pratt. Give her a warm round of applause. Just a few words about what brought us here. It was after that Declaration of Independence, which, by the way, if you read it, every word of it applies to what we're dealing with here in D.C. today. There was no democracy for the colonists. They had no rights to their own laws. They had no rights to their own budget. And so they staged a revolution against King George III. But then the first chance they got to build a nation's capital, they brought it here. And we have to have respect for those who stood before us. Not just the originators of the FreeDC movement, but our enslaved ancestors who built this city, designed it and organized it for free. The original sin, the original crime. And then during the Civil Rights Movement, after Bloody Sunday, March of 1965, and the march from Selma to Montgomery, we were able to get the Voting Rights Act passed in August of 1965. When Lyndon Johnson held the signing ceremony at the White House after that ceremony, the Reverend Walter Fauntleroy asked Dr. King to lead a march through D.C. for home rule. We weren't even talking about statehood yet. Just a march for home rule and an elected government. In 1965, Voting Rights Act for America, still no home rule for those of us in Washington, D.C. And then a year later, SNCC arrived here, the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, in the person of Frank Smith, James Foreman, and others, and of course, Marion Barry, who would one day be mayor of Washington, D.C. We had to lift up the names of those who fought hard. Julius Hobson, Josephine Butler, Hilda Mason, and then even those who are contemporary now, Anise Jenkins of the Stand Up for Democracy Coalition. And just like we don't know, sadly, every name of every person on that Edmund Pettus Bridge with John Lewis, there are countless names, thousands in 1993 who went to jail every Thursday to stand up for democracy and to stand up for DC statehood. We didn't come this far to stop. We didn't come this far to give up. We have to keep on going. We can't turn back, no matter what. We are on the cusp of our freedom. And believe it or not, no good Donald Trump has cast a spotlight on our plight by sending this military occupation into Washington, D.C. And so we want to let him know, wherever he is, because we know he's watching, Donald Trump, what you see today is exactly what you get. We are not giving up. We are going to continue this fight for statehood until the day our hands are full of victory in the 51st state of the Union. God bless you all. FreeDC! 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 Where is it?
Thank you, Reverend Thompson. As we struggle to confront this moment, our faith communities are rising up to meet this moment. And I personally witnessed this at the First Baptist Church of Deanwood this week. And it has been repeated all over this city, every ward. And so I would like to invite Reverend Keith Bird of Zion Baptist Church and leaders of the DC Coalition of Concerned Clergy with other faith networks from across the district to come to the podium.
Good afternoon, DC. I said good afternoon, DC. Let's make some noise. I'm Reverend Keith William Bird, Senior Pastor of the Zion Baptist Church in beautiful Northwest Washington, D.C. Representing our faith community. Behind me we have Reverend Glenna Huber, Reverend Hernandez, Rabbi Liebman, Reverend Amalgar. So here we are all together, the faith community, joining with our labor brothers and sisters of the AFL-CIO, elected officials, community leaders, and you, the residents of the District of Columbia. And we come today standing to say with one voice, Free DC! As faith leaders, representing the various faith traditions across our city, we stand united to say that this immoral occupation is a violation of the fundamental principles of justice and compassion. It is a violation of justice because it represents
mobilizes the votes and the voices of more than 700,000 residents of the District of Columbia. It is a violation of justice because it employs racial profiling and intimidation tactics against our Latino and Hispanic neighbors. It is a violation of justice because the convicted felon in the White House does not have the moral authority nor the legal standing to declare an emergency against crime. Not only is this immoral occupation a violation of justice, but it is also a violation of compassion. It's a violation of compassion because it is a violation of compassion, I say, because it seeks to further divide our communities between the haves and the have-nots. But today, we in the faith community join with you and come against this evil and divisive spirit in the name that is above every name. What the enemy meant for evil, God has turned around for our good. Today, because of this immoral occupation, we are more united, more together, and more of a community than we've ever been before. And so we in the faith community have come to declare that God is not pleased with this violation of justice and compassion. We've come as the faith community to stand with you against this immoral occupation. Not only did we come to stand with you, but we came to fight with you against this immoral occupation. How long are we going to fight? I'm glad you asked. We're going to fight until justice rolls down like rivers and righteousness like a mighty stream. And so together we shall, right may often yield to might. Wickedness a while may reign and Satan's cause may seem to gain. But there is a God. I said there is a God who rules above with hand of power and heart of love. And if we're right, he will fight our battle. Fight on, DC! Fight on, DC! We shall overcome.
And we're going to get through this program. Bringing next up is Kaya Chatterjee of FreeDC.
All right, we have heard today about the fight that got us as far as we got, right? That got us home rule. And we are going to have to fight in this moment. But what I want to tell you all today is that we are going to win. My name is Kaya Chatterjee. I'm the Executive Director of FreeDC. Can I hear some noise from our FreeDC people? This election, there might not be a transfer of power allowed after the next election at the rate this administration is going, right? That's why they're doing the occupation. But when I say we're going to get back power, what I mean is that we're going to use our power as jurors, right? We've already seen our grand juries doing what they need to do. We're going to use our power as consumers, right? We're going to enact economic sanctions on anyone that enables this occupation. We're going to use our power as workers, right? They don't know how to do anything. They don't know how to teach children. They don't know how to pick up trash. They don't know how to do anything. We're going to use our power. And we're going to use our power as community members. And we as community members can either tolerate behavior that we see that is illegal and unjust in our neighborhoods, or we can vocally and visibly reject it. Is that what we're going to do? So we need to use every single tool we have to make this administration's attacks on us difficult and costly. Every day, everywhere. And that is how we will win. So some of the people who have the most tools right now are members of Congress. And we need Congress to do their part. So we need Congress to end this president's racist and white nationalist occupation of DC, right? They have the power to do that. We need this Congress to get ICE out of DC and get the entire federal Gestapo outside of DC. We heard from our black youth today what that is doing. Do we want them out? We need Congress to get the National Guard soldiers that are scaring our children with assault rifles out of our community. We need Congress to stop all the attacks on DC's governing power. That means killing the 14 bills that were introduced this week alone to try to take away DC's rights and powers. There are nearly 24 budget riders that would restrict DC's spending on health care, on violence interruption, on schools, on the things that keep us safe. So I want to say specifically to the members of Congress, including many Democrats who voted just this year to repeal DC's locally passed laws, I need you to open your eyes to what...
Hablamos con una voz, we speak with one heart. Hablamos con un corazón, we speak with one spirit. Y hablamos con un espíritu. All of you are welcome here. Todos nosotros estamos bienvenidos aquí. ICE, you are not welcome here.
DC is rising up against this administration, and we are taking the nation with us. Why? Because we are all DC.
We are all DC.
We're going to hear about a lot of that in our time together. But to begin, we are reminded that we are here together on stolen land. We are here together on stolen land. Please join me in welcoming Gabrielle Tayek from the Piscataway tribe.
Free DC! Free DC! Free DC! Free DC! No one is illegal on stolen land. Greetings, my relatives. My name is Gabrielle Tayek, and I'm here as a Piscataway woman. Mi nombre es Gabrielle, y estoy aquí como mujer indígena. Greetings with love, profound strength, and thanks. Les quiero dar la bienvenida con amor y también bastante resistencia. Your march today did not begin in Malcolm X Park. La marcha el día de hoy no comenzó en el parque de Malcolm X. It did not begin at 11 a.m. No comenzó a las 11 de la mañana. It began 11,000 years ago. Comenzó más de 11,000 años. It began 400 years ago. Comenzó más de 400 años. In a place called Nacotchtank. En un lugar que se llamaba Nacotchtank. Anacostia. Anacostia. Now known as Washington, D.C. Ahora que se llama Distrito de Washington. It was a place full of families like all of ours now. Era un lugar lleno de familias, como todas las familias ahora mismo. A beautiful living river that we call the Potomac, the river of life. Un río hermoso que llamamos el río de vida, el río del Potomac. The forest full of breathing air and oxygen. Teníamos tantos árboles, tanto oxígeno. And this is the homeland of my people, the Piscataway people. Y ese es el hogar de mi gente nativa. We are still here. Nosotros todavía estamos aquí. And you are here now with us. Y ustedes ahora están aquí con nosotros. We've known through years of whether you have come here through enslavement or force. Sabemos que muchas personas que llegaron aquí, if you came from lands fleeing violence, si ustedes se fueron por la persecución o se fueron como personas que robaron y encarcelaron.
All of you came here with dreams.
Vinieron aquí con sueños.
And here today we have a dream of FreeDC.
Y hoy tenemos un sueño para liberar a DC.
We're here to free the land.
We're going to take a pause. We need a medic right here to the right. Vamos a tomar una pausa. Necesitamos un médico aquí atrás. We need a medic here in the back. Repeat after me. We need a medic.
We need a medic.
Here in the back.
Here in the back.
We need a medic.
We need a medic.
Right here in the back.
Right here in the back.
We need a medic.
We need a medic.
Right here in the back.
Right here in the back.
We need a medic.
We need a medic.
Right here in the back.
Right here in the back.
We do need a medic right here in the orange tent. Repeat after me. We need a medic.
We need a medic.
Right here in the orange tent.
Right here in the orange tent.
Thank you so much.
We're no stranger to this military occupation.
No somos extraños a esa ocupación militarizada.
In 1666,
en el año 1660,
there were